Hey guys, welcome to the HTML beginners tutorial. So I wanted to do these series of videos to teach you the basics of HTML. I want to go step by step from some of the things that I think you need to know. So if you're an absolute beginner, this is a great series for you. So in this first video, the first thing that I want you to know is how to make a basic HTML page. So what's the code that involves an HTML page? So every single web page on the web has to have a core HTML code. So let me show you that. So HTML, now I'm using an editor called Sublime, and you can use a text editor or any code editor. And what I love about this, you might see me go a little fast. That's because it pre-fills the variable names. So, and I already know what they are. So just follow along. But if you type HTML tab, automatically creates the opening and closing uh, elements. So you have an opening and a closing tag. So HTML typically has an opening and closing tag for all the elements, but there's a few, such as images, that have just like a self closing where it doesn't have an opening and ending. You just write it by itself. But you write HTML tags, like I said, opening, ending, and you see here they use a bracket to close the tag. So all the content will always reside within the HTML tag. Then you continue down as you see it automatically tabs itself. So it's good practice to keep tabbing on the next lines so you can differentiate and make the code readable. Next thing is what you will usually see at the top here in the browser are like titles and descriptions, and that goes in what's called the head tag. So as you see here, there is a head tag, and you could put titles and descriptions and like SEO content, and you can link to style sheets and JavaScript. We won't go into all that in this video, but I just wanted to explain to you that this is where all of your kind of include some content that you're going to import from other places. That's where it will go, and SEO tags. So um, another thing you should know is how to do a comment in HTML. So it just goes like this, exclamation mark and two dashes, and then all of a sudden everything's grayed out. And I'm just gonna write here, this is where SEO tags go and included CSS files, JavaScript files, and then you end it with a dash in the bracket. So that's just to show you that. Now, as if you refresh this page, this is in the browser. I'm going directly to the file. What's awesome about HTML is that it can be loaded in the browser without really even the need for a server, because HTML is just read in the browser. Now, if you do things like PHP and other kind of code, that'll need a server, but you won't need a server for this. And I'll show you how to implement a server on your computer in another video. So you see it's empty because there's no content. Now, where the real content of HTML goes is in the body tag. So you see here, this is where all of the content is going to go in the body tag. That's if I write here hello world and I refresh this page, you'll see it right here. So that's the basic concept of any HTML page. Now there's one other thing that is just a formality that must be included at the top of any HTML page, and that is the doc type. So all this is a declaration. This is not really like an HTML tag or anything like that. It's just a declaration which informs the browser the version of the HTML. Now prior, this would tell the version of HTML 4.0 and and such things like that. So it'll be like 4.0, 4.01. But now HTML5 is the standard. So all you need to write is doc type HTML, and the browser knows it's HTML5. And again, this is only a formality. You don't have to worry about that, but it should be in every page at the first line. You also don't want to have, it's not good practice to have any like empty lines before the start of code. So you want to make sure you strip that away and always flush it to the top. And this is the exact format of the basic HTML page. All your content will go here. So I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and let's go to the next video where you learn a little more about HTML.